Great morning, great morning, great morning. Let me put this the right way. All right. Great morning, great morning, great morning. I am Nicole D. Jones, and I am so happy and grateful for another day. I'm happy and grateful for life. I don't take days lightly. I don't take them for granted because I understand with another day, I have an opportunity to right my wrongs. I have an opportunity to work on me. I have an opportunity to walk in my health, my wealth, and my prosperity because we are these things, okay? So I'm happy and I'm grateful for another day. For some of you all, it's a holiday. It is for me. I'm happy and grateful for the impact that Dr. Martin Luther King had for us. I know that everything is perspective. Some of us feel like he didn't make, well, I'm not going to say we don't feel like he made a change. He definitely made a change, but we have to understand that we're still in the process, okay? So I'm happy and grateful for legacy. I'm happy and grateful for the legacy that I will leave. I'm happy and grateful for the legacy that you will leave here on this journey, okay? I want us to start with the self-confidence formula because you know that we have been working on the self-confidence formula. It comes from Napoleon Hill's book, Think and Grow Rich, chapter 3 in the faith chapter. So if you have not gotten it already, I do encourage you to do so. It's changing my life, and by faith, I believe that it's changing yours too. So I know that I have the ability to achieve the object of my definite purpose in life. Therefore, I demand of myself persistent, continuous action towards its attainment, and I here and now promise to render such action. The dominating thoughts of my mind will eventually reproduce themselves in outward physical action and gradually transfer themselves into physical reality. Therefore, I will concentrate my thoughts for 30 minutes daily upon the task of thinking of the person that I intend to become, thereby creating in my mind a clear mental picture. I know through the theory of autosuggestion, any desire that I persistently hold in my mind will eventually seek some expression through some practical means of obtaining the object or position I desire. I have clearly written down a description of my definite chief aim, and I will never stop trying until I develop sufficient self-control of its attainment. I realize that no wealth or position can long endure unless built upon truth and justice. I will engage in no transaction that will not benefit all whom it affects. I will succeed by attracting to myself the forces that I wish to use and the cooperation of other people. I will induce others to serve because of my willingness to serve them. I will eliminate hatred, envy, jealousy, selfishness, and cynicism by developing love for all humanity, for I know that a negative attitude towards others will never bring me success. I will cause others to believe in me because I believe in them and in myself. I hope that you all are speaking your self-confidence formula to yourself daily, because repetition is key. Repetition is what's going to create the habit. And I told you all on Friday, I would have these videos up on YouTube by the end of the weekend. They will be on there today. I don't know if I said a long weekend. I knew in my mind I had a long weekend. So I will make sure that they are up today. I labeled all of them this weekend. But So, we broke down, and this is why I'm going to put the videos on YouTube. So if you've missed anything, please go back and look at the videos. YouTube is I am Nicole D. Jones. But we broke down each part of the self-confidence formula, okay? And now what I want to focus on is the habits and the things that we have to do in order to be self-confident, okay? Because we can say these things every day, and eventually they will take root, they will manifest, they will grow. But there are certain things that we have to shift in our mindset. And Friday, we talked about affirmations, okay? Affirmations, speaking life to yourself. And again, I say it all the time. If you don't have any, start off with the 3 that we say at least 3 days a week for months now. I am healthy. I am wealthy. I am prosperous. Everything that my hands touch, they must prosper and grow because it is who I am. Okay. So this morning, as I was thinking about it, because I want to just take and share with you things that I am in the process of walking out through my journey to be successful in self-confidence for Nicole. Okay. And I begin to think about, we can do these affirmations and we can begin to build ourselves. But one thing I want you to be mind conscious and naturally aware of is your surrounding. Okay. I say this all the time, we are the solution, never the problem. We are not what's toxic in anything that's going on. Okay. Why do I say that? Because I'm working on being unapologetically me, because I'm doing it in a posture of humility and submission, not in a posture of arrogance and pride. So when things start going on around you, the first thing that you have to do is be willing to look at yourself. Okay? You got to look at what part you're playing in this. You got to know your own triggers so that when you are triggered, you know how to fall back. Okay? You know how to fall back. None of us are perfect. None of us, all right? We are made in perfection. We're striving for perfection as we go through this journey. So when we are going through our day-to-day and, we have built ourselves up and we're feeling good, life happens. Things happen in the journey. Sometimes things go to the left. Sometimes people and what they're doing may have an effect on you. You can be this positive person, or you're trying to walk out your positivity and it's just a ball of negativity. Okay. But before you look at that person, take a minute to check yourself. Whatever you need to do. For me, I have to walk away. Tea soothes me. Okay. So what I've been doing, I'll go sip some tea. I'll turn on the audio book. If I don't have my book of Think and Grow Rich, Understanding the Subconscious Mind, I begin to feed this. And in the process of that, I look at me, because I understand that Ming Lee is real. I understand that every day is not, I don't walk out. Every day is great, but it is up for me to keep it that way. So you got to be okay with looking at self. All right. Once you've done that, you've got to put people in the right place with you. All right. And I tell you guys all the time, everything that we do, it goes back to the book. All right. It goes back to the book. Whoever your higher power is, your spirit being, I honor and serve Jehovah God. I believe in the Trinity. Okay. And one thing that I follow, and I've had to understand, even Jesus had his 3, his 12, and his 72 sent out 2 by 2. What does that mean? He had the 3 people. So even if we don't want to go to Jesus now, I say this because for me, as a believer of Jehovah God, if Jesus did it, why do I think I don't have to? Okay. So the 3, he knew the 3 that was his safe place. He knew who he could go to. He had God. Okay. We should be talking to who created us, but then we can't go through this journey alone. So you got to know your 3. You have to know your safe places. Okay. You have to know your safe place. If you don't want to look at it in that retrospect, when you think of people that you encounter, you have people that are above you, that you're learning from, that are with you, that you walk with, and that are looking up to you. Because I don't like to say that you're looking down. Don't look down on anybody, okay? But what I mean is you have a group of people that are looking up to you, and you're that top, all right? You may be that safe place for someone, but that doesn't mean that person is the safe place for you. Okay. So you have to be in a posture and in a mindset where you can protect your surroundings. You got to be okay to be like Forrest and run. Not because you're weak and all of that, but really because you're wise and you're strong. You understand how to pick and choose your battles because everything doesn't need your energy. Okay? Doesn't mean that you don't care. It just means that you're trying to walk in wisdom. All right? Because if you think about when there's a situation that leads to an argument, it's usually because one, if not both people, they're not trying to hear the other person. So why am I going to waste my time, breath, and energy, okay, to try to shift your mind when you adamant to be where you are? Now, does that mean that I don't care? Absolutely not. Most of the time I care enough to walk away because I love you enough that I don't want the drama. Okay? I love you enough to be the bigger person. I love you enough to believe that when you come out of that place, what you're going to remember about me is love. All right? That's all I want you to know. I'm not perfect. I'm not trying to be perfect. I'm not even trying to change your mind. But you know what? On that note, hold that thought. I'll be back. And I'll go. Okay? We got to understand, and I say this all the time, you cannot control anyone but yourself. You can't control anybody. All right? Y'all know I have a 7-year-old. And am I raising him up? Am I training him up in the way that he should go? Absolutely. I'm doing the best that I can. Okay? I'm trying to learn from the things that I did wrong with my daughter, and I'm trying to make them better. Not trying to replace, because I can't replace them. She is who she is to me. He's who he is to me. But I'm trying to be a better Nicole. Okay? I'm trying to learn. But at any given moment, because he's got his dad in him and he's got his mom in him, and there's this streak of stubbornness that is real and live and in effect. Okay? And at any moment, when he chooses to stand in a posture of being stubborn, he's not going to do what I say. Okay? And he showed me that. I don't even think the little boy could talk at this point. He might have been 1 going into 2. He had something on the floor. I told him to pick it up, and he sat there and just looked at me. And I'm like, pick it up. I took his hand to pick it up, and he did like this. He couldn't have been more than 2. All right? So why do I say that? You got to understand that you cannot control anyone but yourself. So when your environment is going a certain way, you be all right to walk away. Because at this point, it's not even about the situation or the person. It's what do you need in that. So you got to be selfish in that moment. Because I guarantee you, if you stay there, as strong as you think you are in yourself, you're going to pop a wig. You're going to pop off, okay? Your self-control is going to diminish. Well, why do that to yourself? Because I promise you, after you done blacked out, after you done got your little blood pressure up, after you done got your little stank attitude and went on, that other person is not going to be worried about you. All right? So now you tried to be this positive person all this time, but you didn't you didn't control what was in your control. Okay? So as we're going through this self-confidence formula, be mind conscious of your surrounding and put people in the proper place. So you have your 3, that's your safe place. Jesus had 12. He had 12 disciples, okay? He had 12 that sat with him. He had 12 that was learning from him, all right? 12 people, 12 different attitudes, all right? One may have accepted what he said, one didn't, but that didn't move him. He understood that there was something that he had that he needed to give them because he would pass the torch, all right? He would pass the torch and they would continue that light the way it fit them, okay? So know your 12. Know who has been placed in your life that you're supposed to teach, okay? Now understand that even in that, it doesn't make you ruler over anybody, all right? You don't have people in your life for you to dictate and control their life. That's not what I'm saying. But there are a group of people that in season, because you know, in this journey, our seasons shift all the time. So there's a group of people that are going to walk with you. They're watching you. Okay, they're learning from you. So even if you don't have a sit down conversation, your life, because you're working on your self-confidence formula, because you're working on personal growth and self-development, because you're intentional to be humble, because you're intentional to work on yourself, because all these things, you're becoming the best you unapologetically. There are going to be people that see it and they're going to learn and grow from it. Okay, so you got your 3. You have your safe place. That's where you can be vulnerable. That's where you can be open. That's where you can get transparent and naked and talk about what's hurting you and your flaws. Then you have your 12 that's walking with you. They're learning with you. They're growing with you. Then you have the 72 that's sent out 2 by 2. What does that mean? As you're growing, and as you're changing, and as you're becoming the best you got some folk that are eye hustling, okay? Y'all do know that somebody is always watching you, okay? I'm downstairs by myself, and it wouldn't surprise me if I walked around the corner and Jaden's sitting on the steps. He's always watching me, okay? So you have the 72 that's sent out 2 by 2. They're watching you from afar. They're watching you from afar. Eyes are always on you, which is why you got to get people free, as my mentor says. You got to get people free, all right? Because you're never going to make everybody happy. Somebody is always going to be somebody that finds some type of fault in you. But you got to learn how to brush it off. Because the 3, the 12, the 72 sent out 2 by 2 should also have you in a place where you understand what words penetrate you and what don't. Y'all chew on that for a minute. If someone who's in my safe place is telling me something that I don't want to hear, I should be okay to take it because I understand that they're my safe place and they only want what's best for me and they're helping mold me and make me into the best me that I can be. Their wisdom in my life, their voice of reason, their voice of safety. So when something comes out of their mouth that I don't like, it may make me like, okay, but I'm going to take what they say and I'm going to test their spirit by the Spirit. I'm going to take what I'm supposed to keep because I understand that there's something in there for me. It may not be exactly how they think the end result should look, but there's substance in what they say. I'm going to take it. I'm going to meditate on it. I'm going to examine it. I'm going to not just automatically spit it out. Okay? But if I have a 72 that sent out 2 by 2 that run up on me and tell me that I'm worthless and I'm no good, I should be able to dust that off. Okay? Not to say that that person is not important, because when you change your posture, you love everybody. All right? I love everyone. Anyone who knows me know I love everyone. But I only allow certain people to take me to certain places, okay? Because I'm a very sensitive person. So if I allowed my emotions to control me, I would let my neighbor, who I don't even know their name, look at me and be like, you're nasty. You don't even pick up your leaves. And I'll come in the house like, man, I'm nasty. I don't even pick up my yard. I don't appreciate this, that. No, I'll be like, oh, wow. Well, and anyone who know me with a smile, I'll probably be like, oh, well, if someone's picking up your leaves, can you see if they can get mine too? Because I'm going to kill them with kindness. Okay? But I have to understand that they're back there. So their words should not be able to spoil my day. All right? That's what I mean by that. You are love. You walk in your health, your wealth, your prosperity. So you continue to be who you are. But we got to stop letting everyone's words affect our emotions and jack up our day. We got to stop it. Because there is a ruler, a prince of the air. All right? Lucifer is real. Imps, devils, negativity, things to make your day go wrong because you can't get your time back. They are real. They come at you every day. But it's up to you to stay in the right place and the right posture. Okay? So again, as we're going through this self-confidence formula, I want us to guard ourselves, protect ourselves as we're walking this out. Okay, there are practical things that we have to understand in order for this to happen, for this to work, and it will work. Okay, it will work. Your mind shift will change. You will get all that is promised to you in your journey if you're willing to not abort your process. Okay, you can't put so much time on someone else's. I promise you. I promise you. I promise you. What puts you in a place of humility and submission is the willingness to be able to keep your eyes on you. Keep your eyes on you. All right? And when you see something wrong, deal with it. Just deal with it. Okay? I'm moody. I know it. I know it. All right? So when I feel it coming on, I got to know those things that help calm my mood. T is one. T is one, okay? So if I have to go up, that's why I made the she deck. I couldn't get a woman cave. I couldn't get that. So I worked with what I had. I had to find something that, because environment, it helps me clear my mind. I need a clean space. I need, there's crisp linens. All these things, they help me. All right. The tea helps me. And while I'm sipping tea, now I'm gonna be honest, I might go up there and my first thought may be you. Like, no, they didn't. No, she did not. I cannot believe she just that ungrateful. Blah, 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 blah. I'm human. Okay. But I guarantee y'all, I literally time it. Y'all think I'm tripping. If I'm having a bad thought, I will set my timer. I give it 3 minutes. I give me 3 minutes to deal with that little whatever. And the rest of the time, I try to deal with me. This is real talk. I'm just telling y'all what I do. Okay. And even in this, I haven't arisen. Attitudes still come because no two people agree all the time. But in dealing with me, I'm able to look at how I'm acting in it. And then I'm able to look at the person. Now, because people get mad, get you mad. My husband get me mad a lot now. And I have to be like, Lord, are we on contract or covenant today? Jesus. What is it? All right. Nicole, where you at today? But after those 3 minutes, I have to see where he's at. Is he the 3, the 12, the 72 sent out 2 by 2? Well, where does he fall? I'm not going to throw him away. I love him. So is love enough to make me look at me that I can look at his heart? And what, because the reality is I fail as a wife. I fail as a friend. I fail because I haven't arisen, not because I'm a failure, but because I'm in the process of learning how to be a wife, learning how to be a friend, learning how to be a mother, I'm in the process. So I have to be willing to say, Nicole, you're not getting it right here. Okay, well, what do I need to do? First, I need to learn how to die to myself, that I can hear clear. Because I want at night, anyone who encounters with me, when you rest yourself, that it not be a negative thought about me. So I got to be willing to deal with me. Okay. But so I want you guys, again, as we're doing this self-confidence formula, continue to affirm yourself, continue to build yourself up, continue to deal with how you look at you. All right. But know that you have to be willing to peel your layers back. I have to be willing to deal with my rejection that I dealt with, that I encountered, okay, through my journey. I have to deal with my low self-esteem. I have to deal with these things to become healthier, all right? So we're doing the self-confidence formula. We're breaking down each part. Again, go to the YouTube. I am Nicole D. Jones. I will have them on there today. Go back and look at it. If you have not started it, walk with us. That's why we're doing the mindset call, so that you can have accountability. All right. We're in this together, and we're going to protect our space. All right. We're going to make sure that we're not the one toxic in it. And if we are, we're going to be okay to walk away. We're going to be okay to walk away. Be all right to just be like, you know what? I'm not in a good place right now. No, I'm talking to you. Listen. I know you want to talk right now, but I promise you, this ain't a good time. And if they want to hold that thought, I'll be back. And you better be like Forrest and run. Because you got to protect you, okay? You got to protect you. Because I don't know about y'all, but when I go there, man, it's so hard for me to come back. And then when I come back, I feel guilty. I feel all these things. Like I'm just trying not to have these roller coaster of emotions. So I am Nicole D. Jones. Remember that you are healthy, you are wealthy, you are prosperous. Everything that your hands touch, they must manifest and grow because it is who you are. Continue to stay humble, stay focused, and stay positive, and be the best you, because no one can do it better than you. All right? Have a fantabulous rest of the day on purpose. Smooches.